Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome back to the YouTube series GradLife, the YouTube series where I talk about my life post-graduation. In today's video we're going to be tackling a fairly big question, and that is, was my degree worth it? You know, you're coming up to graduation, you've been working really hard, you've been grafting, senioritis has probably kicked in a couple of months back, and all you want to know is, was it worth it? Now, speaking from personal experience and in the interest of full disclosure, you don't need a degree to enter the industry I currently work in. I know many people who don't have degrees working alongside those who do, and once you've been in the industry for a couple of years, your degree is really neither here nor there. However, I personally would not have gone into the industry at the level I did, or just as quickly as I did, without my degree and additional certifications. And I also just wasn't in the mental space to go into a full-time job at 18. I wasn't grown up enough. One of the major perks of my specific degree was it gave me a huge overview of what was possible within the creative industries. And I needed that because I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was 18 years old. I realistically don't think any 18-year-old knows what they want to do with their lives when they're that age. I don't know what I want to do now. I'm like 24. I still change my mind. It changes far too often and it's actually really difficult to keep up. But going to a university in a different part of the country and studying something as rich as art just surrounds you in a new community of people, and for me that changed me as a person in the best way possible. My degree taught me technical skills and writing skills, which is fairly average and normal, but it also gave me the confidence to address large crowds of people. It gave me the skills to get my point across effectively, and it also gave me the resolve to stand in front of a group of people who are actively criticising my work and not take it personally, which is something art students are brilliant at, and not many other people are. I learned how to time manage and juggle multiple projects without losing their integrity. I also learned how to dissect a piece of media or writing and understand its concept, rather than just being a passive consumer. I learned so much more than how to just get into the workplace. I learned life skills, which have proven to be much more effective than the technical skills I learned because they don't have a shelf life. Technology will always go out of date eventually. Just like any numerous pieces of information will be out of date at some point in the future. Workflows and industries are constantly evolving past the boundaries that universities can teach, and they're past the boundaries that anyone can teach. And that's completely normal. What you need to do in order to stay afloat in these industries is know how to be a good communicator and know how to be an active learner, because that's the only way you can guarantee you won't be left behind. Now, don't take that as an anti-practical coursework rant, because it is actually the exact opposite. All these skills that I have developed have come from practical coursework projects, either going really, really right or horrendously wrong. I still have flashbacks to that time in third year when I had a crew member head off early to go to London, and it turns out she had the actor's car keys in her pocket, and I had to stay with said actor in the middle of the woods because that was where we were filming and that's where his car was, until I got hold of said crew member and managed to get her back to the very remote location that we were filming. I learned great communication skills that day. Another example is the software Avid Media Composer, which is a software used in the TV and film industry for editing. It is kind of the industry leader of software, and it's something that I learned during my degree. And the skills I use today on an everyday basis are the direct evolution of those skills, but they're not the actual skills I learned in my Avid 101 class back 3 years ago. That is because Avid as a software has evolved a lot in the past 3 years, and I have had to evolve with it. And the only way I've been able to do that is because of the non-technical skills I also have. So don't panic if your showreel isn't the piece of art you thought it was going to be when you graduate, and don't panic if you hear of a piece of software that's being used in your industry and you've never touched it before, and to be honest, don't panic if when you graduate your dream job is still slightly out of reach. You have so many more skills in your repertoire that you don't realise you have, and you come to rely on them more and more as time goes on. And it's those skills that help you develop the skills that you need to make the aforementioned things happen. It's all a cycle. Again, in the interest of full disclosure, being completely honest, there were times when I did question why I was there and what I was doing and why I was putting so much effort in, and that's completely normal. It's completely normal to have that crisis of confidence when you've committed to something as long term as doing a degree. But you know, 3 years out, I can honestly say that I'm beginning to see why I did it and why I needed to learn the skills that I did. I hope this video has alleviated any fears you may have about graduation or just doing a degree in general. I hope you guys liked the video. Remember to check out the rest of the GradLife series here on the UCA YouTube channel, and as usual, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. We'll answer them as quickly as possible. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys around. Bye!